Hey guys, and welcome to knee rehabilitation with DDP. Now I've been rehabbing this knee right here, this right knee, my left knee. You can't probably see, but there's two spots that are still swollen here. And it was really swollen when I first started this, and I couldn't bend my knee past here. And over a period of time, I've been able to get it back a little farther, a little farther, a little farther. But that's about it where it's going to right now. Now, this knee, which is my good knee, when I was 12, I walked out in the street telling my buddy to save the bus, looking right past the car to the bus, 200 yards away, and then the car hit my knee, my face bounced off the hood, and I flew 45 feet from the point of impact. I've had my cartilage taken out, part of my kneecap was chipped off, ligament strained, tore my meniscus. It was a total cluster. Long story short, that was when I was 12. And I've rehabbed that knee back. And for the longest time, I could never get past here because that knee was locked up. I just couldn't get lower than this right here. So what I did, and this is what I'm going to teach you, how to break up the scar tissue. And you got to know the difference between uncomfortable and pain. Pain is not your friend, but sometimes you got to breathe through being uncomfortable. So what I did for this knee is I would take myself back here, and I would just, that's as far as I could go. And it hurt, man, not hurt. It was really uncomfortable. And I'd hold it, and I'd breathe, and I'd breathe, and I'd lean forward and push myself out. I didn't last long. Then I'd come back again, and I'd breathe, and I'd breathe. And then finally, I pushed myself out. Now, to reverse the stretch on the knee, I'd go into down dog. And I just walk that dog, nice and easy, both knees. So, over a period of time, before this knee surgery, I could not only sit on my heels, sometimes I could lay on my back, sitting on my heels. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a rehab specialist. I'm a life specialist, and I know what worked for me. So let me show you what I'm doing now, because this left knee right here, I've been working on, these are yoga blocks. So if you don't have any, go out and get some, because they're nice and light. You can use them to, this right here is actually the mat of the ring. I used to use it in a demonstration. I would have a piece of wood and this mat, and that's what we landed on, this mat, and a piece of wood about that thick that goes across the mat. So that's why I have this keepsake. So what I do is I stack them together, and I put them back between my legs so that my butt can sit on them. And what I do is I come back here, and today this is a little bit tight. Before it was getting where I could do this with no problem. But I can breathe in here, I'm in no pain. I feel a little tightness right down in here, right down here, because it's swollen still. And I just breathe. Now how do I strengthen my knee out of this spot? Well, in the beginning you might have to lean forward and push yourself up. And you want to get like 5 sets. So where I'm at right now, I've already gone through all of this where I push myself up. Now I'm at the level that when I lower, I come right here and go straight up. And I'm going to do that 5 times. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. That's 4, I think. Lower. That's why I always want to count as you do stuff. And that's 5. Now, before I go to the next step, I'm going to go right back into, walking the dog. Because both my knees have taken a serious beating over the years. I'm going to walk it out a little bit. Remember, pain means pain. Don't go there if it's painful, but if it's uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this brick out, and I'm going to go for 3 of them. And I'm just going to slowly lower back down Notice I'm being really careful. I don't want to overstrain it, but there's no pain there. Now, there's not even discomfort. There's a pull right on the outside of the knee. But I'm not too concerned with that because it's swollen. I'm going to ice this knee right after I'm done. I'm going to pack it in ice. So I'm just going to breathe here for a little bit. Then I'm going to go for 5 reps. And again, you might have to lean forward. This makes it easier. It's sort of like when you lower your knees when you're doing push-ups. Makes it easier. So if you have to lean in and push yourself up. And that would be 1. And then come back down nice and easy. For me right now, I'm here. I'm coming up. 1, exhale. 2. I'm only going to do 5. 3. This is working all those little muscles inside your knee. 4. Remember, cheat if you need to. Cheat, you don't have to cheat no more. 5. Now that's as far as I've gone so far, but I'm going to take it on camera so you can see, in case I do go into a little more of the discomfort, what I would do in this scenario. I'm going to walk it out, re-stretch my knees. You notice every time I fold forward, I come backwards. If I bend it, I'm going to stretch it. So if you're doing YRG on your own, or you're starting to want to get certified, and you are teaching people, remember, every time you fold forward, you need to open up. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to stack this one under there. So it's really like half the size. If you look, it's about half the size of that brick. So now it'll be 2.5. And we'll see if I can sit on that comfortably. Again, I'm being very careful here. Listen to your body. Might move the bricks back a little bit. I'm using all my hands on the mat right now. I'm not sitting up on them yet. Breathing. Now this is tight, but it's still no pain, so I can build from here. But this is as far as I'll go. And you'll notice when I come out of this, I'm not going straight up because I don't have the strength in there to push it up. With this thing I do, but this thing I don't. Exhale all the air out. As you inhale, I'm going to lean forward a little bit and use my hands to push me up. Ooh, 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 ooh. It wasn't painful, but trust me, it was uncomfortable. But I'm going back. And I'm using my hands here to lower me, as I was talking about in the beginning. Inhale. I'm only going to do 3 of these too. Exhale. I'm using my hands right here. Right here, I'm not a big deal. As I lower and get all the way down though, and I'm going to try 1. Can't get it, so I'm going to lean forward. See how much easier that was? I'm going right in the down dog. This is for you, Stacy. This is what you're asking me about. I know a bunch of you have bad knees, bad hips. Work that baby out. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up my mat. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to go right in the bent-legged bar back here and get that stretch forward. Exhale, fold forward. I'm going to do that twice. Exhale. Now I'm going into stiff-legged bar back. Flexing that quad, pulling your kneecap, your thigh off your kneecap. Deep breath in, shoulders roll back. Fill that diaphragm up. Exhale, fold forward. And then just roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. And I'm only going to do a baby diamond cutter here. But I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to inhale, try to get a little farther back. And I'm going to stay here. You don't have to do this. It's just something I'm doing for myself. That's how I'm going to get this leg back to this spot. Even if you haven't had surgery and you're doing something like this, you should ice both knees as soon as you're done. And what I mean by that is taking a blue ice bag and then taking an ace bandage and wrap it around. I should have had it right here to show you, but I think you get the picture. That's all I got, guys. See ya. Bang!